Hey guys, so today we are going to be taking a look at this 2.5 liter ultrasonic cleaner, and we're going to see how it does it cleaning the carburetor on our old Ford 8N. I got this from Harbor Freight. I've wanted one of these for a really long time, but all the ones I've ever seen priced were $200-300, and I could just never bring myself to spend the money. So when I saw this one for $80, I jumped all over it. The reviews on Harbor Freight are really good. It's got like 4.5 stars. So we're gonna open it up, take it out of the box, get a look at it, and then we're gonna start putting it to the test. Okay, so let's see what's in here. Open this. There's the booklet. We'll get back to that later. Here's the machine. Okay, so here it is. Kind of looks like a little deep fryer. So take that off, and let's see. Little lid and a tray, presumably for. It says, I think on the box, it says it does jewelry and stuff too. So this is probably for, keeping the parts. That'd be great for carburetor needles. Okay, so one thing that I do like right out of the gate is that it's got a pretty small footprint, right? Like this is probably about 1 foot long, maybe 10 inches deep, 8 inches high. And that's it. It's this, it's the plug, and that's all. So I like that. Okay, so we've read the manual. Really in there, the main thing, it just said use regular water. Don't use any other, like cleaner. But it does say use some of this with it, which I think I got this for $6, also from Harbor Freight. It says use a 1/4 teaspoon of that. And it also says it's super toxic. So I've got the basket filled. I've got my carburetor taken off the tractor. And the first thing I'm going to do, I think, is this bowl. So you can see this bowl is pretty nasty, right? Like there's some needs a little work. Hasn't been cleaned up in a long time. Honestly, I haven't cleaned it at all. I've cleaned the innards, but not the bowl itself. And I think that's kind of the problem I'm having. So we're gonna toss this in there. It looks like it's got like like 1.5, 3.5, 4, and 5 minute cycles. So we're gonna do just I think we'll put it on cycle 3. Do that. Okay, looks like I've got even a little more room. I can add water, which I was worried about, so that's good. I'm gonna add some powder, and we'll give it a shot. I hit TC. They say that turns on the heat, but the heat is optional. So now I'm just gonna go, I don't know, 180, 280. Let's do 180 and see what happens. Oh boy, I hope it's supposed to make that sound. Okay, so we've got about 30 seconds left. Honestly, I have no idea what to expect. I don't think the 1.5-minute cycle is going to be enough to do much with that carb. We're going to find out. The manual says too, don't run this more than like 3 times in 15 minutes, but you might have to run it more than once. So here we go, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so it turns off. It says to use tongs to remove it too, because like the water would be hot, but I didn't bring any tongs. So looking at it though, I can tell the Water looks a little murky, I guess. Just to be expected. Pull this off and have a look. Okay, so inside looks cleaner. This part doesn't really look a whole lot different. Let's see. Yeah, you know, I don't know. The exterior looks alright, I guess, but I don't really care about that. I want to get all of these little passageways and then the sides of the wall cleaned. And that too. That's just the fuel drain down there, so honestly that's not critical, but I'd like to get it. That's pretty good in there. Well, let's put it back in. I think this time I'm going to add some of the hardware too, and we'll see what happens. Okay, cycle's finished again. Let's see what we ended up with. Pull it out. And we'll set it down here. Just looking it over. I see improvement. I think you just need to plan on doing it, you know, a handful of times. Which, you know, before I got this, I assumed it was going to take like an hour in there. So the fact that it's taking, you know, like 3 5-minute cycles really still isn't bad if it works. So I went ahead and dried off and prepped the bowls. I'm going to go and look at that though inside there. Like it did do really good in there. I'm going to go ahead and hit these with the air gun, clean them up, throw them back in there, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so we have reinstalled our carburetor, which on a Ford 8N is one of the easiest things to do somewhere. I've got a video showing how to swap your carb out on that. Go take a look at it. It's super easy. If you happen to have an 8N, it's the best carburetor in the world to take off. But so we're ready, right? We're full of gas. Everything's hooked up and ready to go. I've got it tuned. Now we're going to try the key and see what happens. Okay, so now let's see what happens. Key on, a little bit of choke, neutral, and choke out. Okay. More throttle. Okay, so this is running significantly better than it was before. I haven't had any top end whatsoever. Now it's super responsive, so that's encouraging. It also has been stumbling under load, so we got the brush hog hooked up already. We're going to hop on to a little brush hogging and see what it does. Alright, well, I was able to brush hog that whole field back there behind me. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. And I've been mowing the yard. Fun tip, brush hog makes a better finish mower than a finish mower makes a brush hog. This thing runs great. It's running better than it's ran since I've owned it. So I think the final score's got to be 5 stars. It took a few cleanings. It may not have needed as many, you know, to get the internals clean, but I wanted to get the external of it as clean as I could. So did real good. This thing's running great. 5 stars, $80 at Harbor Freight. Maybe in the springtime we'll try it on the motorcycles and see what that does for us too. In the meantime, take care. Leave a like, subscribe if you like the video. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.